What's up, guys? My name is Husky, and welcome back to Through the Dream Gate. I'm gonna be resuming kind of where I left off on the Chapter 2 main story video. I'm actually quite not sure if this is gonna be a Fighters Guild and Stonefells, or just Fighters Guild, but I need to head to the Fighters Guild in order for me to pick up the skill line, and for me to kind of see if I can even do that on its own. I've never done the Fighters Guild. The only time that I've ever grabbed it on my other characters was literally just to get the story, or sorry, not the story, the skill, because just like the Mages Guild, how the Mages Guild gives me the ability to persuade, I need to join the Fighters Guild so I can get the ability to intimidate, which will help us in the story continuing. So if I can do that and continuing the Stonefells main story here...
There you are, Vestige.
What the fuck?
To the harborage. We must speak.
Michael Gambon, I'm busy. So that'll be Chapter 3 right there. But, I'm a little busy with getting back into Devon's Watch. So, give me a second. Alright, so we're at the Fighters Guild Watchtower here in Devon's Watch.
I need a new blade before I go into the field again.
What is this?
3 keep you, traveler. Welcome to the Darvin's Watch Guild Hall.
3. Thank you, Mr. Tribunal. Guild?
The Fighters Guild. Have you come to join our worthy crusade? We have a new guild master and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk about it for a moment?
Sounds good. Let's talk about the Fighters Guild.
Good, good. I know we'll be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you?
Singular purpose.
Right. Sees All Colors here is our new guild master. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their dark anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains fall from the sky. Plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside.
What happened to the old guild master?
Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, and very suddenly. We always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader.
Yeah, so I know that depending upon which faction you join changes a few different characters, but I do know that Sees All Colors, and I think even Hillian, however you want to pronounce this guy's name, I think he's also part of it. The quests are obviously all different depending upon which faction you join, because you're going to be joining at, different parts of the world. But I think the story of the quests are all the same. I'm going to be doing some fact-checking on that, but again, with this character, we're going to be following it through the Ebonheart Pact angle, so... the Mages Guild will be followed through the Daggerfall Covenant, and the Thieves Guild will be followed through the Aldmeri Dominion. I might even do the Assassin's Guild through the Aldmeri Dominion, but the difference between that is that the Assassin's Guild has, its own, region, country that it has most of its stories in, so I don't think I need to worry too much about factions. So you're not part of the Pact military?
No. Our blades are in service to the Guild. We're neutral in the war between the 3 alliances. Some of us follow the Dragon Banner and King Yoren, of course, but every race, every creed, belongs under the Guild Hall's roof.
What do I get in return?
Smart question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know when the Council will come looking for more hands.
Okay, well, I'm ready to join the Fighters Guild.
Then welcome to the family, as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra. Sees All Colors herself often has tasks for new recruits. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Complete quest. Alright, so that's good. I don't need to actually do the first story of Fighters Guild in order for me to get the quest line.
The Guild has need of you, comrade.
Oh, good. So, I know those are all going to be quests and introductions to other parts of the world, so we're going to go ahead and continue with the Stonefells storyline. Probably you guys figured that out by the title of the video, but I'm just now discovering that. And then we'll go and do the Fighters Guild once we've completed the Stonefells area. We got quite a lot to do, and for those who are watching this in chronological order from... I'm going to grab that. From the playlist, I've made like 3 videos in between the last one and this one, and I am at a much, much higher level than I was at the previous point in the story. But I will say that if you are watching this as they release, you've probably kept them all up to date, or maybe even Ed has arranged them in a way to where that you still might need the quick recap. But basically, we had just the video actually corrupted on that part of it, where that I wasn't able to show the beginning quest, where I had to pick between these 2 people for this sergeant in order to decide how we're going to handle the spirits. And well, it's foggy right now, but there's basically a mountain back there that we need to traverse. So I'm going to bring up the quest thing. I switched over to the Xbox controller to kind of give the UI and a lot more details. I'm gonna do that. Give a lot more detail with the dialogue, and some of the skills themselves are not visible for viewers who are watching on the phone, just because it's minimized, and I'm recording the game in 4K, and that doesn't really translate too well when it comes to the phone because of just the tiny text. So we're going to be sitting here doing that. So that's odd. So I need to gather these relics for the spirits, and then talk to, I think that's Izutha? Is that IX or LX? She's over here. Spirit lady.
The smell of brimstone is strong in my nostrils. Even as a spirit, this place smells of ash and death. Have you done as I asked?
Freed the Argonian slave spirits, I think was what she asked me to do.
You are very kind. Strangely kind for a place like the Ashlands. I stand
We're not in the
here,
Ashlands.
tasting the air. And do you know what I've learned?
What?
The Saxilil you saved, the Argonians, they are not the only ones in danger. This pact forged in the wake of war is fragile. So fragile. Remember the history of violence against my people, and treat them well as you walk the river's edge.
Interesting. Thanks for your warning.
My brethren are safe, and the Ashlands bubble with hope. I pass now down the river to swim in the currents of Aetherius. Go well in your own passage, traveler.
Okay. So she gave me the Spider Master's staff. It's a restoration staff, so I don't need it. Okay, I'll break it down later. So now we got to collect the relics of the spirits here. Come on. Link bench. And surprisingly, I've been feeling like the controls are a lot snappier when it comes to the controller, which is not something I would normally say compared to PC to controls. Keyboard to controller, I should say, not PC to Xbox. The connection is obviously iffy, so when you just spam the button, you know, you gotta deal with the fact that you could just be pressing into the lag spike and all of your input is being thrown into nothing. But at least here, it feels like it actually goes through every time I press the buttons, rather than me having to hit the same button like a dozen times on the keyboard before it finally activates the ability.
Will not be disturbed.
Okay, well, that one summoned a very angry boy. No, you don't see me. Unearthed burial mound.
Why do you defile the dead?
Okay. So, the spirit of a general keeps interrupting me, asking me what the fuck I'm doing. Is there something down here? It's not where I'm supposed to go, but it's a cave. This looks like the Daedric Shrine here. Worm Incendiary.
By the Master's mace you shall die!
Oh, Malak Ball, so Cult of the Worm. This might be connected to a quest that I just haven't found. Okay, I guess we'll head out. Oop. Oop. So for a worm cultist, shouldn't they be doing necromancy instead of, like, flame destruction? Glories and laments. Okay, interesting. Khajiit arms and armor. And wind and sand. What are you doing?
What is that blasted lizard?
I remember when I'd hunt here for days and not see a soul. The war was on and people stayed behind walls or stuck to roads. Those days are behind us.
The war is on. So, okay. What are you doing out here?
Like I said, I was hunting.
You didn't say.
But now that the volcano's erupted, I'm headed to Deshawn. Don't want to get cooked. I'll be leaving as soon as my suite of a partner shows up. You haven't run into an Argonian named Stands in Stillwater, have you?
No. Nor would I know that that was his name if I ran into him. Deshawn. I think that's the area after Stonefells, to the south where Mournhold is.
He's a good friend, but he never shuts up. Nothing still about him. He was supposed to meet me here, but I've waited too long already. If you're heading north of Ash Mountain, can you keep an eye out for him? He should have a camp up there.
Okay, I'll find him if you're... and tell him you're looking for him.
Thanks. Not many willing to help these days, especially a dusty Ashlander like me.
You're not an
We
Ashlander.
planned to rest up at the Darvanus' farm near Cragganmore before passing through the Deshawn Gate. He should know it.
Okay, apparently the only thing I can ask is, are you an Ashlander?
That's right. Though, in truth, I have no clan.
Then
I
you're
make
not.
my living hunting and trading. Stillwater and I try to keep to the wilds and stay out of the way.
Okay, so let me clear this up. So, I will say that they got this wrong. Ashlanders are from the Ashlands of Vardenfell, not just any land next to a mountain in Morrowind. Ashlanders are a very, very, very basic form of what the original Dunmer were after they stopped being the Chimer. After they received their curse, a lot of Dark Elves decided to live in the shadow of Red Mountain on Vardenfell, and they lived in this area called the Ashlands. There was also Molagamar and the Grazelands. So all three of those areas I mentioned have their own distinct clans of Ashlanders. Ashlander tribes do not believe in the Tribunal. They still worship the Daedra, like Azura and I believe Mafala, and another one that I'm currently just not remembering. But Meridia wasn't in the games at that time, so maybe Meridia might be part of that pantheon, but I wouldn't know. And an Ashlander is only an Ashlander if they were born among the clans. And there are only 4 surviving clans by the time of Morrowind, so you could have named her any one of them, and then she left the Ashlands. But as this is base game, and that Vardenfell is inaccessible, and this is not an Ashlander, so that has been changed either in this game, or they just got the lore wrong.
They're alive and well, but that's a longer story that I don't have time for. Stillwater is a bit of an outcast himself. He escaped House Drez as a slave before the pact was signed. I think that's why we've stuck together for so long.
House Drez still has slaves, about 1,000 years from now, so the pact didn't stop it, it just postponed it. Okay, so that's one of the great houses of Morrowind right there, House Drez. Okay. So, where's this? So we got more. We got another quest there. It looks like we got a stone. We got a camp over here, and then we got another quest that's sending us out here. So let's go ahead and... Whew! We got quests all over the place. This is why doing the Stonefells is going to be quite difficult. I don't want to just have snippets. I kind of want to show you guys what the area looks like, but all this running around back and forth and across every little place and every which way is kind of hard to do. Hello? Not gonna go that way. Well, fuck it. Let's go. Looks like I'm stuck doing these fights every 10 goddamn seconds. So this might all get cut out just because, but I don't know. The only thing that really is going to carry me through is if any of this is interesting, and some of it is, some of it isn't. So, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm doing it so you guys don't have to, right? Oh, look at this.
Let's see if we can put these spirits to rest.
Alright, activate the brazier.
Lead your men to the lands beyond. Begone!
Fool! You don't have the power to compel me.
Okay, guess I'll just beat the shit out of you then. Come on. Blam. Blam! No, hit him with the flame lash. I'm clearly outside of it. Stab. Linen breeches? I don't think I'll be able to wear that. Yeah, it's light. Damn it. Ressa? Or Risa?
Pure rains make sweet rivers. Your wisdom is your strength.
Okay.
Their leaders have moved beyond. May they find peace. For now, the rest remain like moths. They're no threat to the living, but they'll soon follow.
Right, complete
You
quest.
sacrificed power to give the dead peace. This was not an easy choice. Your kindness means there's hope. I think it's up to me and my assistants to give back.
Gotcha. What do you mean?
We want to bestow a unique gift to this battlefield, a sacrifice to allow plants and trees to grow again. Even a dry swamp regrows after many rains.
Well, after the volcano stops erupting, the ash in the area will make it quite fertile. And if the Tamriel rebuilt mod project for Morrowind is anything to go off of, this area becomes very, very pretty.
I will explain in time. For now, go to the Quama chamber east of here and find the mushroom called Quama Cap. I must speak with my students. I will meet you there.
Oh, okay. So you actually have, like, a spell or alchemy potion. Okay, I'll see. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go discover this stone. And it looks like we got a cavern of some sort. This looks very different than the Morrowind shulks. At least the ones that I'm used to. Because those look like just plain black beetles. But man, do they love the lava. Do I own this? Yes, I do. So, Shoes of the Sun are part of that. Is part of that armor set, which I believe. Oh, come on, collections. Nope. Set items. Haven't heard packed. Stonefells. So yeah, so I have Boots of the Sun right there. So the only thing of the Suns that I don't have is the necklace, the sword, the great sword, staff, and the shield. Of the shulk, I don't have the shield, the lightning, the inferno, the maul, the mace, the axe. The only thing I don't have of the Red Mountain is the ring, the axe, the mace, the bow, the inferno, and the lightning staff. So those shouldn't be too hard if we're going to have to go through a lot of the bosses or do some of the anchors. That shouldn't be too hard. So the lady has increased physical and spell resistance. Nope. Do I have a Munda Stone on this character yet? No, I don't have a Munda Stone, so I will take it for now, but this will not be the Munda Stone that I will accept. I'm going to need something like the Atronach or the Mage to regenerate magic to help me keep this character functioning in fights rather than keeping him up, because you rely on healers to keep you up, and a lot of my abilities do self-heal and build shields or armor on top of it, so having to rely on a Mundus Stone for that is kind of moot at this point. I need to focus more on ability sustain. Thank you. Okay, so where's the... Oh, cavern. There it is, right there. Hornflower. Steam Font Cavern. Alright, so now we can use this place to kind of craft something if we need anything. That's only one. I have none, so... Looks like the only piece that I'll be able to make by the end of this is the pauldrons, because I have not worked too much on blacksmithing with this character. But each one of these has special abilities, as you can see. It'll build a full armor set. Same thing with the weapons. I need to have a couple of traits between them to unlock pieces of it. And obviously, to make it relevant to my character's level, I need to upgrade the blacksmithing level all as it is, so... Alright, well, useless venture. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily useless, but it does allow me to do some research on things in order for me to get some XP and the ability to change things in the future. Alright, so I don't know if that kept. Ooh, we got a delve. That is the harborage. That is the main story right there. We got a delve, and then we got a quest over here. Looks like there's a boss down here. We'll go see if there's a few players here waiting to take out the boss, and if there isn't, I don't think we're gonna be able to deal with him. Not solo, at least. These symbols are signifying that there's supposed to be a world boss, and obviously they drop some pretty good shit, but I don't see any other players. They're really, really tough in order for you to take out, so unless you're a pretty high-level character, or you got at least one or two other people, I don't think you're going to be able to handle them. Alright, so let's do this delve real quick. So delves are kind of like small dungeons that are meant for you to do solo. Oh, okay. That's a player doing some anchor transport, which cool, but damn. Inner armature. Ah, so this is kind of like a dwarven ruin. Or Dwynmer. I don't know how we're pronouncing it now. I've always known it to be a Dwynmer. Okay, so looks like it all goes out that way, and if I'm not mistaken, I think over here is the Sky Stone, Sky Shard, which these Sky Shards in all these delves count towards the Sky Shards in the total map, so we're going to need to be doing that. So I got 2 out of 32 books, 3 out of 16 Sky Shards so far, so I got quite a bit to go. I've done the public dungeons. I've already defeated all the primary bosses, or the world bosses, and I've already done all the anchors. We will be doing an anchor at some point, so that'll be shown. The public dungeon is its own video, Crowswood, and everything else is just part of the main story. Alright, so let's just get a move on. I'm only going to fight what's necessary, because I've done this before, too. And besides, I think you guys are only interested on finding the Sky Shard and fighting the boss, seeing what we get. This will actually help towards completing the armor sets when I gotta do all the delves. What? What the fuck? Flame Lash, fuck you. There's the Sky Shard in the distance, but I gotta deal with these Dwarven Spheres, which, man, I'm glad how far these guys came from. They were just kind of irritating in Morrowind. They, either just hit you with a mace, or they had like a little crossbow, which, cool, but they just kind of flooded dungeons. Skyrim didn't help by putting these little guys everywhere, and oh my god, this really doesn't help with them being every fucking enemy in here. But I don't know. I always preferred, like, the Dungeons of the Dwynmer to have, like, just the one big sentinel that would require a lot of planning to fight, or kind of leaving the Dwynmer machinations up to interpretation and filling it with, like, I guess just, I don't want it to be generic bandits, but, you know, people who are delving into these dungeons and trying to steal their technology, because on the land of Vardenfell, it was illegal for people to remove items from the Dwynmer caves. Technically, it's supposed to be illegal because you can absolutely buy and sell that shit in stores and no one would care in the game, but lore-wise, it was supposed to be, like, illegal for you to remove it because it was supposed to be them giving reverence and a little bit of sanctity to the fact that they're ancient enemies, or, I guess, ancient rivals, the Dwynmer having passed on mysteriously. And no one wanted to interrupt their rest if that's where they went. Which Morrowind is the only game that I know of that actually tells you what happened to the dwarves, to the Dwynmer. It's physically one of the quests you do to solve it, which I guess is not canon because no one else really talks about it in any of the other games. Might have even gotten retconned, I don't know. God damn it, you guys are obsessive with these area attacks. No, damn it. Okay, so it's left bumper for that. Thank you, sir. You just teleported, and I don't like that you can do that. Tattered note. Can I examine it? Can I examine it? Okay, I'm telling you this ruin has untold treasures. We could even break down the automations and sell the parts. Haul whatever you can back to the hideout. We're not leaving the scrap behind, said Drin. Kind of a lot of scrap for you to worry about, man, and these automations are super dangerous. As a matter of fact, I think, like, Dwynmer are supposed to be kind of like mid-game enemies in both Skyrim and Morrowind. And this is a kind of a secret quest on its own, the Constructors. I think one in each of the main areas of the three factions. You can find a piece of the Constructor, and it creates, I think, a Dwynmer sentinel-shaped dummy that you can attack in your home, like a training dummy. But I'm not entirely sure how long that'll, like, take, because I haven't yet completed it on my sorcerer. But I have found two pieces, one here and then one at Deshawn somewhere. So we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, it's kind of right here if you're looking at the map. It's right here. So you're basically going to step on it when you go into the boss here. I'm going to go ahead and try to get in a shot in. Nope. Players killed it before I could even do anything. Great. Now I got to sit here for 10 minutes and wait for this fucking thing to respawn. This is why when you see players waiting at a location, you wait with them. You don't rush in and just fucking do it, because then it kind of pisses everyone off. Now I gotta sit here for like the next 10 minutes and waste my time just to complete this goddamn dungeon. Thank you.
One eternity later.
God damn, that really did take 10 minutes. Holy crap. There we go. cool. Belt of Red Mountain? I think I already have that. Red Mountain's a medium armor set, I think, anyways. Belt, 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 belt. Yep, it's medium. And I already have it. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Well, that does it. We've completed this delve, so I'm going to go ahead and have Edd move us outside. Yeah, I have, like, no way to gauge if these are going to be, like, long or short episodes, just because of how much I need to, like, move or backtrack or something, so these could be, like, short episodes or long episodes. I think we're trying to stick them to an hour, which means I gotta record, like, an hour and a half or something, but I don't know, it's just a lot. Like, we're already, like, a good hour or so into recording, and I feel like I've barely made any part of the video here. Ooh, some high iron. Alright, so we're coming up on that camp that Scout asked her, or that fake Ashlander told us to be on the lookout for. Friend somewhere over here, apparently. Oh, there's a... Oh, god damn it. There's a thing over there that we're gonna have to go and fight in a second. Bam. Okay, good. You missed. There's tons of stuff to just grab and do, like, everywhere you go, which is not bad, but at least I got a daily endeavor out of it. Stillwater's journal. Can't put it off any longer. Darshi's right. Yeah, so he was about to head inland with her. Stands in Stillwater. Examine the body. Stands in Stillwater seems to have been ripped open by an alt. His dagger is still sheathed at his side. An obvious sigil on the hilt. Take the dagger. Okay, so I gotta take that back to her as proof. So let's head over here and see if there's any players wanting to do this anchor spot. Damn it, no. I don't want to fight everything that comes my way. Let's see, Doloman. No players here. I think you can do this solo. I don't know if you get better rewards if there's more players. Or if it gets tougher with more players, like Guild Wars 2. But I guess I can give it a minute or two to see if this spawns. If it doesn't, then you'll see me already back over here in the area. Alright, so now we're back here at the Quama Cave, I guess. That's what the Argonian wanted us to do. I don't know if Edd cut it out or not, but basically that anchor site just wasn't popping. You can do them solo. It just wasn't spawning in. They have odd times, or I think it's like once every 30 minutes or so, and there's a couple all around the map. I think there's like 3 in total. Let me look. Yeah, 3 in total. So, yeah. We're just gonna continue on with the Argonian lady's quest real quick. Let's check the map real. Yeah. Hello. Find the Quama Cap. I think we should be fine as long as we don't attack any of the scribs. I think that means the none of the Quama in the hive will hurt us. Maybe this will. If I remember, it may just stink. Yeah, okay, it made them hostile. Okay. Which, this is actually something you wanted to avoid doing in Morrowind. One of the Fighters Guild quests has you going in and cleaning out a mine, but not because of the Quama inside, but because of the poachers. Because Quama is... they're eggs. These guys' eggs are a big staple food for the Dark Elves on Vardenfell. I'm gonna be killing them. There's a worker. Go back inside. Go back inside. I don't want to kill you. Well, you died. Alright, Risa.
You have the Quama cap?
Duh.
I will not touch it. Yet. Please, take a piece to each of my students. They understand what must be done, and they are ready. After that, meet me at the southern mustering camp.
What must be done?
War has wounded this land. Now it is our turn to sacrifice, so the plain can heal. My students understand this, and are willing.
Sure. Your students are back here. Okay. So it looks like we're not done with the dead battlefield. Alright, yeah, so that's done, that's done. We'll collect the shrine on the way to there. This is actually post-game. Balsanar. We will not be worrying about this dungeon for probably a very long time. If I don't, like, make it... Well, I will be making it its own video, but it's very far down the DLC list. Like, it's actually, I think, less than a year old when it comes to the DLC. Who are you? Oh, well, don't mind if I do. I'm just going to go ahead and take this. Gonna open that with a fucking spoon. Steel battle axe of shock. That looks like a good... I think war axes are the single-handed one, right? Yeah, battle axes are the two-handed. War axes are the single-handed.
Welcome, traveler.
Do you know what to do with this Quama cap?
Yes, my body will perish, but my soul will become one with the trees of this place. The land will bloom again. Please, give me the cap.
So you're gonna commit... Cool. Yep. Literally just, I'ma go die in energy. Great. I'm, killing off some of our best and brightest of this lady's apprentices because we need to fix a lava field while it's still fucking flowing, rather than waiting a couple of years for the lava to subside.
I stand ready to assist Risa.
Here, take this cap.
Yes, and I am grateful. When we meet in the next world, tell me how beautiful the land became.
If I even remember your name. You guys are dressed up as Imperial Legionaries, just saying. Okay, what's up? Risa.
They are brave, my acolytes. Now it comes to me. Our blood will be the water, our bones the soil.
Wow, no goodbye, no nothing. It's just, here you go.
I will make this gift, this sacrifice. Trees, plants, one day it will all bloom again. Blood is water, water is life. May the Hist embrace you.
Okay, so that kind of makes a little bit of sense since the Argonians are birthed from the Hist, so that kind of makes sense. Goodbye, friend. You just fucking immolated. You didn't commit. You just burst into flame. That's horrible. Oh, man. Alright, well, let's continue on into the city, I guess, or the town that's literally under lava. City. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm in the town. Okay, so Garth Harrison.
Stranger, you've picked a bad time to visit Seni. The volcano's burning up the town. You'd think these thick-headed louts would accept some help.
Why do they not want help?
This pissant Dunmer. I know an Argonian named Softscale who can make a salve to soothe the injured, but Spellwright Gervis won't work with him or any Argonian.
I'm gonna go with racial tension. But why?
Because he's the most stubborn creature you'll ever meet. He needs to see these Argonians are on his side. If you want to help, Softscale needs Schult Chiton for a salve. Kill them, and take the Chiton to the Argonian. He's somewhere in town.
Shulk chitin? That makes kind of sense. They're highly fire resistant, so should make a nice, I guess, fire resistant potion, but as a salve to alleviate burns? I don't think fire resistance helps with already burnt, but sure, I'll believe it.
Once you've got the chitin, look for Softscale in the temple.
Okay. Why are the Dunmers and Argonians arguing? Well, because the Dunmer used to enslave Argonians.
Bad blood. I thought everyone knew that.
Yeah.
Back before the Ebonheart Pact was formed, Dark Elves enslaved Argonians.
Yep.
They raided the Black Marsh and brought the captives up here to work.
God, I don't like how my character is forced to be ignorant and stupid and ask every single question all the time. I get those who might not have the prior knowledge like I did coming into this, but it has been told to me multiple times up to this point at least, I do believe. So why do I need to keep reiterating and rehashing it? It's like this game wants to keep bashing it over my head that, you know, this used to be a thing. And like, there's a whole, well, not a whole, but there's a little bit of an abolitionist storyline in the game Morrowind, because the Dunmer still are like this. So I don't know why they just don't go ahead and lean into it. I mean, yeah, racism's bad and the slavery is bad, but obviously that should help point out why the Dunmer are kind of a shitty race. And why not many people like them.
But the bigger problem is the Dunmer. They used to be lords and masters until the pact was formed. Now, all of a sudden, the Argonians are free and everyone is equal.
Yeah. Which the Dunmer need to fucking deal with. And they need to get over it quick, because there's a goddamn war on. So the former slaves are having trouble adjusting. Slaveholders.
Spoken like a courtier. You know, just saying everyone is friends doesn't make it so.
Absolutely.
Forming the pact was a battle, and there are still many sides to it.
Yep. The fact that Nords are part of it is kind of interesting to me. Nords kind of stay with Nords.
Here, Quama. Nice Quama. Your pardon. Have you seen any Quama around? Maybe west of the town? If you do, I don't suppose you could lead them to my mine, could you?
Why are you looking for Quama in the middle of a shulk hive?
Yes, when the volcano erupted, my workers got frightened and fled. Now they're attacking anyone who wanders too close. They're usually timid, so a good beating should calm them down.
That is a very dark elf response, okay?
Me? Look at me. I'm hurt.
I can't see
Just
you.
Beat them a little, then blow this whistle. They're trained to return to the mine.
Okay. So, Bethesda, why did you choose this camera angle? Because I'm clearly standing behind him when we get out of this. For this to be the way that I am introduced and to see this character, I cannot tell that he is hurt. I obviously cannot see any of the injuries. So, him saying that I'm an idiot for not telling that he's injured, again, what is your obsession with making the character say stupid things and then punish us when you do not give us the option to not say stupid things?
Remember, subdue, then use the whistle. If you don't, they'll just start fighting again.
Okay.
I'll be at my mine west of town. I've got to salvage what I can.
Okay.
It's where you get Quama eggs.
Duh.
You can also get Quama cuttle, the waxy substance that grows on their beaks.
So now this is one that I do want to know. What is cuttle used for? In the other games, it was just another food supplement.
I don't know. Potions, I think, or something to fight poison or cleanse water. I never asked. I just harvested.
That's a little weird. You should kind of know what you're harvesting, just because you should be able to know your product and know how best to sell it, at the minimum. So, yeah. Obviously, you don't look into it. Nope. Okay. That's a shulk. Where's Softscale? Softscale's over here. So I've already collected all the chitins, so I gotta go and talk to him. Is that her? No. Okay, cool. Cool. Excuse me. Anyone else disturbed? No? Okay, cool. Alright. Soft scale.
You are not of Seni. Your scales bear stains of soot, and you smell of smoke and flame. What brings you here?
Everyone here should smell like smoke and flame, but anyways, I have some Schultkeiten for you.
I offer my gratitude. Please, wait. I'll make a poultice to soothe the burns of the injured. I'll need you to use it on them.
Okay, why can't you?
The Dunmer don't trust Argonians, especially me and my egg sister walks in ash. They fear we'll harm them. You are a stranger, so they may let you heal their wounds.
What if I was an Argonian? How would this change the dialogue? You know what? I don't think they would.
There is more. When you are done, go to Spellwright Gervis. Let him know we made this salve to help. Perhaps he will see we are not his enemy.
Okay. Alright, so now I gotta find people who are injured. Okay, well, that guy is clearly injured, but they're not marked on my map. This person is, though.
No one lend a hand.
I'm here. Well, let me... Let me...
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see, looks like we got a couple over here. Oh, son of a bitch. One more. Let me activate it. Okay, I gotta stare right at her ass, and I gotta be facing away for it to work. Okay. Stare at the ass and face away. Yep, that's how that works. Okay, I got to find peasants, look them square in the ass, and then turn a brown eye against it. I'm sorry, I gotta look away and look at you in the ass. I'm surprised that that's literally how they designed this. Hey, look, another book. The Brothers of Strife. Oh, is this about the, weird little bone titan that we summoned? Okay, that's cool. Mage's Guild. Yeah, you collect Mage's Guild points by finding lore books, and you collect Fighter's Guild points by defeating Daedra. Alright, so look at your ass and then turn away. I don't know why Bethesda has designed it like this, but this is how we're doing it. Look at the ass and turn away. Nope. Really? Oh, no, it is. It's too far. There we go. Alright, so now I'm supposed to talk
afraid?
Alright, so now I gotta talk to Spellwright Gervis. Gervas?
Why are you here, stranger?
Softscale sent me. I helped heal your people with the salve he made.
That Scaleback? I kept my tongue when times were good, but now when the town is weakened, he's suddenly helpful? This is just a trick.
Okay.
Because his people have taken my daughter, Movani. She was doing chores for me and now she's disappeared. One of the farmsteaders saw that Argonian walks in ash watching her. Who else could it be?
There was an eruption. Couldn't that be the reason?
Nonsense. We've lived in the shadow of Ash Mountain all our lives. We know its dangers. It was those Argonian savages. Find walks in ash, then ask that Scaleback where my daughter is.
Sure.
Return Movani to me. Then maybe I'll see what Softscale wants. Look for walks in ash in the ruins. The three only know what she's doing.
Can I just bash him in the side of the head with my staff and tell him he's an idiot, that we gotta evacuate the town now? We don't gotta deal with this big dad energy right now?
We are in words and treaties. The Moot might meet in peace, but we remember what the Argonians were like when we dragged them out of the muck. We know what they really are.
Lizards? They're literally just lizards that you enslaved. Right now, shouldn't we be working together? Seni is burning.
That's the calm man's choice, stranger.
Without my daughter at my side, I don't give a damn whether some scalebacks are bleeding out in the ash.
It's a calm man's choice, and then he proceeds to scream at me. I don't want to help this person. Hope you die horribly, and I hope your daughter is the one who kills you. Okay. Talks to Walks in Ash. Use the whistle to summon back the Kwama. Okay. Excuse me, Shalt. So there's a Kwama. Use whistle. Use whistle. Use whistle. Doot, 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 doot. Got it. Fucking rock. Walks in Ash.
This is not a good day for Seni, traveler.
Are you Walks in Ash?
Yes, I am. Look at this. This is no natural run of lava. These are footprints. A spirit of wrath came through here. Stubborn Givus will not hear my warning. He thinks the eruption caused this.
He thinks you took his daughter.
As you can see, his daughter is not here. I did see Morvani earlier. The flow of her life takes her to the base of Ash Mountain regularly.
Okay. Is that where she is?
I don't know for certain. Just that I saw her walking west out of town. Find her, then perhaps Gervis will listen to me. If you succeed, use this.
What is it?
A signal. It's colorful but harmless. If you find Lady Morvani, use it, and I will come to you.
Okay. Can you speak to the mistrust between the Argonians and Dark Elves? Okay. Can you speak of instead of to the?
Truth falls like a cool rain, carving many channels in the mud. My truth is different from the Dunmers, yet both are still true.
Okay.
I have no love for them. Do you hate fire for burning down your hut? The fire acts as it must. They saw our huts, and their nature required them to act. I trust a dark elf to act as a dark elf must.
So there you go. That's racism on both sides. Argonians absolutely believe that Dark Elves are just slave-hungry people, and the Dark Elves believes that the Argonians are worthless, mud-crawling lizards. So, yeah, no, racism on both sides. Now that we have shown the problem, now we work to mend it. So, good. Now that we know that there is a problem, we can now work together to solve this racial discrepancy. Which is all thrown back into the face because literally 1,000 years from now, they're all back to being slaves. So, how do I know? Unless they're changing that bit of lore, which I don't know how they can, because the game Morrowind is already out. Excuse me. The tribunal thing. Even looks like it has the Nearvarine armor right there. Morvani?
Someone came. Did Father send you? I fell and twisted something. Damn, my ankle.
Then why are you standing on it?
Are you mocking me? Yes, of course I am. I'm trapped by lava flows and flaming shorks, and I can't walk. If I ever get home, I'm gonna drink a whole jar of Sujama.
Okay, why are you out here?
This was a shrine to the three.
I was right.
I come out here to pray for Mother. She was taken from us a few years ago. She was the sweetest woman I've ever known. Some days I swear I can still hear her voice. Anyway, I was out here when the eruption began.
Father is worried.
Of course he is. The overprotective Gua. Since we lost Mother, he's tried to run my life for me. I think I'll need 2 bottles of Sujama when I get home. Forget what Father says.
Gotcha. Use the signal.
You found Gervis's hatchling? Good.
Yep.
I've caught you, bloody-handed Argonian. Morvani, are you Lord, Mother, and Wizard?
I'm going to be fine, Father. Thanks to this traveler. Can we get me off of this rock now?
Hold on, Morvani. I've got you.
about right.
Traveler, you found my daughter. In the midst of all this, you found my Morvani.
Quote unquote, I wouldn't have found her without walks in ash. You know what? That's probably true. She told us that she was at the base of Ash Mountain.
The Argonian helped you find her. Pah! Self-interest and cunning, I'm sure. I'm grateful just the same. Morvani means the world to me, ever since her mother was taken from us.
Look, even if the Argonians are in it for themselves, the fact is they are currently in danger and will do anything to save themselves, which means you could use that to help, like, get everyone out of the village and get away from this lava flow. If they're willing to save their people, they're willing to save you because that helps benefit them. So you can always look at it like that if you just can't look past the fucking thing. But you're literally endangering your people because you just don't trust them outright. That is how allies are made in times of war, is that you realize that the person you are fighting with isn't necessarily your ally, but they are definitely going to help you take out your enemy if your enemy is their enemy as well. The whole saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, just fucking saying, man. They
have beastly, baser urges. It makes them hard to trust. When the swamp calls to them, they rise up against their neighbors and strike them down. Even the kindest, the most gentle, are not spared from their wrath.
And neither are they spared from the wrath of a dark elf. But whatever, only Argonians kill children. Apparently.
It was before the signing of the pact. The Argonians of Seni still served my neighbors as slaves. Several of them made a break for freedom, and my Renisi, she was just out for a stroll. But today Morvani lives, thanks to you.
Then if they were enslaved, then you can't blame them too much for being fucking pissed.
Yes, well, I thank you for all you've done here today, traveler. My daughter is safe, and I must reluctantly admit that the Argonian may have played a part. May Lord, Mother, and Wizard all guard you on your journey.
That's kind of interesting. I've never heard the Tribunal referred to as that. I kind of like that. Alright. What is this quest? Talk to Eldon Orin and his mine? Oh, the guy who he helped saved his, Kwama. Really? Hey.
Look at all my beautiful Kwama. Their beady little eyes, the gentle pulsing of their abdomen.
Hold on, I gotta kill one of your workers because it's too stupid. Oh, nope. You're just done? Okay. Thanks, game.
Look at all my beautiful... I'm going to have to get the mine back open, of course. Kwama are very good diggers, you know. Particularly the workers.
No shit. In the other games, the lowest form of Kwama isn't the scrib, it's a little worm thing. I don't know what it's called. I think it's just called a Kwama.
So much work to do. I can't let this mine sit idle forever.
Okay.
It's where
I know what the mine is, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so I guess that means that we can now move on to town here. There's a story quest out here.
I'm not a brave Argonian. I shouldn't be doing this.
Okay, let me talk to her.
Just read some old runes, he said. He didn't mention how active the dead are here. You're the sun on my scales. Your answer lies with Mavos Siloreth. He bound the Brother of Strife long ago. We need his knowledge, but a highborn like him could be, difficult.
How do we make Mavos cooperate?
Oh, you can't make a highborn serve. You need flattery, If we're properly respectful, he may appear. My scrolls say there's a shrine on the east rise and one on the west. Honor him at both, then meet me at the center of Othrenes.
Okay.
Go, and remember, try to sound humble when you chant Mavos' name. When you meet me at the center of Othrenes, be ready. There is more to do there.
How did Mavos learn how to bind Belreth? Belreth, I think, was the name of that beast.
Mavos is ancient, so he knew ancient secrets. How else? He helped bind this dangerous weapon, but he died a long time ago.
Why was Belreth bound?
During the First Era, the Chimer created the Brothers of Strife in a desperate bid to defeat their enemies. Look what it did in a single day. My scales shrivel thinking about that heat. Who would let it roam free?
Oh, so all of this destruction here is due to it getting released. Okay. Alright, so that means that all of Ash Mountain and all the spirits and everything that we've dealt with is because of the brothers. Alright then, so it looks like we have a couple of quests here to handle, so I hope that's enough for at least one. But, I don't know. I don't know how many of these videos it's going to take for us to get through all of Stonefells. Stonefells is quite long, and multiple segments of it, and that is just, you know, one area, which we have Deshawn, the Shadowfin, the Rift, and Eastmarch afterwards. Then we have everything else to deal with shortly after all that becomes apparent. Jesus Christ. So we've barely even scratched the surface of ESO at this point, guys. So thank you so much for joining me on this side of the Dreamgate, and I hope to catch you guys back here again soon. I will try to be pretty fluent with the release date with these things. I will try to keep them coming out fairly regularly. I know that by the time you guys are seeing this, there has probably been a small gap. It was just because there was a couple of family birthdays and stuff like that, so I wasn't able to record during that certain time. But now that I'm back to something a little more regular, we can get out and do a lot more ESO. Prepare for a fucking lot. I mean, you don't have to watch every one of them if you're just looking down like a certain quest line or a certain DLC. But as of right now, we are just barely scratching the surface here. I haven't started on any of the other factions or DLC areas, but I have touched a little bit of the Imperial City. I've done a little bit of this so far, and I've done a little bit of the sewers, and other than that, I've done only this much of the Morrowind, or the Ebonheart Pact story. I haven't done any of Deshawn yet, so it'll all be brand new to me once we all get out there. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.